First of all, congratulations on the victory. At the press conference, you said you would put him to sleep and you'd finish them. So is this exactly how you saw this fight playing out?
Yeah, I mean, that was my plan coming in there. He said I wouldn't put him to sleep, but night-night.
In terms of the build-up to this fight and how it ended and all the back and forth you had during this week, is this one of the more satisfying victories of your career?
Yeah, more so, not even because of him. It was just more so the public, the people. I felt like I was getting disrespected, and it just put a bigger chip on my shoulder. You know, I'm the only guy in this division fighting top 10 guys, and I'm not shying away from any challenge, anybody. So when they offered me this fight, they kept putting it on the table, and then I was the underdog in this fight, and it just made me mad, and it just made me know that I had to go out there in front of this fans, in front of this crowd on the biggest card of the year, and put on a performance that people are going to remember.
Did you feel like you were trying to be used as a step stool for Sean in his career?
No. I mean, I just think that I never look at myself like that anyway. I just always say that you're going to find out. If you think that is sweet, you're going to find out. It's not that easy. And I think that he learned it that way. He learned it the hard way. A lot of these guys underestimate me when they get in there with me. Then they realize what it is. So I think it was more so that they're just not pushing me to that level where they're thinking that I'm Chimaev or Colby or something like that. And I just needed that performance that was going to put me at that level. I think this performance put me up there now with those top guys.
In terms of how the actual fight played out, Sean had some success with that counter jab, but every time he threw, you would respond with two, and you wouldn't let him follow up. Was that the game plan going in, or was that just an adjustment you made on the fly?
Yeah, no, it was a game plan. We knew that he has a pretty good hook, left hand, so we were like, we have to stay in his face the whole time. We want to drown him. We want to break him. He's usually good in the first round, and we were like, we'll let him get off a little bit, but we're going to stay in his face for 15 minutes. We're going to make sure that he's not going to take a lead. He's not going to get his foot on the gas and back people down. That's what a lot of people do. They back down and they let him take the lead, and they start breaking, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to break. I saw it in his face. He started bleeding. He started looking to his coaches. He started backing up a lot more. His coaches were yelling at him, stop backing up. And I was like, yep, keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And I knew it was a matter of time before he was going to break.
It was one thing to be training with Khabib and his team throughout this whole fight camp, but what was it like to finally actually have him in your corner during a fight?
It was amazing. It was like a different type of energy. He saw a lot of things, and he clicked well with my other coaches. It wasn't like he felt like he was the one in charge now. He was like, yo, coach, what do you have to say? What does this have to say? And then he was just pushing to me the whole time. We have to finish him. We have to finish him. We have to finish him. These are your people. This is your crowd. They're here for you. You have to go out there and put on a performance for the ages. And I did it. And even in that second round, he kept screaming to me, he's breaking, he's breaking, he's breaking, he's breaking, he's breaking. And, you know, you want to have those people around you in your corner because they see different things that you see inside. And for a guy like him who sees everything, and he was seeing it, my other coaches were seeing it, we made adjustments where we're like, all right, go up the middle now instead of wide with my punches. And those uppercuts were landing a lot more, uppercut to over the hand, and that's what caught him.
And you obviously called out Hamzat at the end, the big bad wolf. Is it that or the title shot next? Are those the two fights you want moving forward? Yeah,
I think those are the only two that make sense. I feel like, what else do you need from me? Like I said, this is the fourth top 10 guy I'm fighting. Me and Leon have unfinished business. That fight ended because of him. I took it on short notice. Obviously, Usman, I do feel, deserves a rematch, but if he's going to take some time off to let his brain heal, let him do that and let me and Leon fight. Other than that, I want to be on that card, and I want to be fighting the next best guy.
Well, I was going to ask you that. Dana kind of alluded that they might want to do Hamzat and Colby on the same London card. If Colby's not ready, would you want to fight Hamzat in London?
I do not think Colby's going to be fighting. Like, Colby's out here and hiding. He's doing his own little thing. He's definitely not fighting Hamzat. The people talk about him like he's the next big thing, but who has he beaten that's won? Like, he's beating Masvidal on a 3-fight losing streak. He's beating Woodley on a 5-fight losing streak. Everybody he's fought and won, they're all coming off losing streaks. The only fight he had a good fight against was Usman, and then he ended up getting finished in that fight. Other than that, everybody else has been losses. He hasn't been fighting these top guys. I just beat Luque, that was on a 7-fight winning streak, and I just beat this guy who's on a 15-fight winning streak. I'm the only one fighting guys that are on winning streaks.
And finally, last one for me. Did you talk to Paul Felder about the Philadelphia stuff? He seemed a little hurt on the broadcast.
Man, I love Paulie Paul. He's the only good thing that comes out of Philly. And, you know, Philly cheesesteaks, I've been getting a lot of flack for that, but I'll give it to you. Philly cheesesteaks are all right. The Eagles still suck.
Well, what did you make of the finish? Do you wish you kind of maybe got to hit him some more and put him out clean, or do you feel like the referee did a good job protecting him there?
Bro, I mean, I was sitting there bouncing his head off the cage for like 40 seconds. I was like, when is this ref going to do something? Because he wasn't bouncing anything back. But I was like, bro, I got to just keep my foot on the gas and keep hitting him. And like I said, those little things that he was saying, like at the press conference, you didn't finish nobody. You ain't going to put me to sleep, blah, blah, blah. Be careful what you wish for. He was doing all that talking, all that calling out. And like, I don't blame him. Obviously, you want to fight upward and you want to fight the next guys. But I felt like he thought that I was going to be an easy fight. And guys who think that I'm going to be easy, they learn the hard way.
Why do you think people have this interpretation of you or kind of look at you this way?
I mean, because I don't do a lot of trash talking. I don't even curse. So I just think that they look at me like I don't have a big posture. I'm not like, a crazy athlete. I'm just a guy that works hard, pushes myself. I'm just a normal person. And I'm a normal person that pushes himself to a brink, and I don't have a normal work ethic, and I don't have a normal mentality. So people don't see that stuff. But like when you see like a Hamzat who's 6'4" and huge, long reach, this, and this, you look at this guy, oh man, this guy's a specimen, this guy's this guy's that. But you look at me, and you're like, dang, how is this guy number 5 in the world? How is this guy beating these guys? You just feel it.
When the sprung you've been on has been very nice, but the only two kind of blemishes, I guess, are the Neil fight and then, the no contest with Leon. Do you feel like both of those are ones you're going to get back in time eventually?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely do think I need the Leon fight back. I've been wanting that fight, been calling for that fight. Even with that fight, it was like people were saying that you didn't. I took that fight in like a week notice. And it was a main event, so people don't understand that coming off of a fight with Lima and then running into that camp with him, and it's like you're going from a righty to a southpaw. There's no training for that camp. So like, give me a full camp to fight this guy, and it's a different story. And that fight was only 1 round. So for Leon to always say that, well, the rest of the fight was going to go that way. Look at his fight that he just had with Usman. He was losing 4 rounds, and then he ended up winning in the 5th round. So that's the fight game. So when people come up with that narrative, like, oh, you're going to lose anyway, that's just stupid. And little things like that, that's what pisses me off and makes me angry.
And last thing for me, Hamzat was in the crowd. Did you get to see him at all?
Yeah, I saw him. He was eating like Snickers and Kit Kats. I'm like looking at him like, bro, when are you going to start being on a diet again? I actually didn't see him in the crowd, but I would like to see him in the cage.
What's your message to him? He watches all the stuff. He's always liking the Instagram posts and things. What would be your message to him?
Brother, what happened to Nate Diaz in August is Bully B in October. I'll fight you at 179.8. Like, I don't care about weight. For me, I want to fight the best guys in the world, and I think I'm the best guy in the world, so step into my office.
Let's go.
Bilal, just over here. Firstly, congratulations.
My stand-up's still pretty good, huh?
Oh, come on, Bilal. You know what I mean? In the UK, when we say pretty good, it means like very good. I don't know in America what they mean by
in
that.
America, that's disrespect. But whatever, you're good. You're all right. I like you.
If you did feel a way about that, then I apologize, but that's just a culture thing. And I was actually going to say that. I was going to say, you alluded to that a little bit, and there was a lot of people on social media who took that out of context and decided to have a laugh at you because, that's what we've spoken about before. People just like to do that. How does it feel to have the last laugh?
I mean, it's not really the last laugh. Like, I don't care what people say about me. They can say whatever they want about me. My team and myself, we know what we do. We know the work that we put in the practice room, in the cage, and I know what I'm capable of. So like, when I do get those trolls and I get all those people, that energy, it does nothing but fuel me. I'm not a guy that reads comments and cries or anything like that. I'm a guy that reads those comments, and I'm like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. I'm gonna show you guys. And for me, it's just like, I'm gonna keep proving everybody wrong. Nobody thinks I'm gonna be a champion. Nobody thinks I'm gonna beat this guy or that guy or this guy. And I just keep going out there and I keep winning.
I also wanted to just say, this is like your 6th fight in around 20 or so months. Do you feel like your activity in a division where ranked guys just aren't that active is one of the keys to your winning streak and your success at the moment?
Yeah, I think that's a thing for me. I'm a guy that wants to stay active. All these guys have excuses. Everybody's waiting for that right fight. No, that fight doesn't make sense for me. So, oh, my toe's broken, or I can't fight right now. I got to go on vacation. It's hunting season. All these excuses for everybody whenever that you call them out or you ask for that fight. I'm a guy that's going to say yes. The UFC knows that. Sean Shelby knows that. So that's why they always give me these fights. And I do think that's one of the keys for me to be so successful is I like to stay in the cage. When I'm in that cage, it's my world, and I want to stay in that world.
And just finally from me, That was such an amazing crowd in there tonight. I know you said in your post-fight that it was Khabib who was kind of pushing you and pressuring you to get the finish. But was the crowd also playing a part? Because they were very loud when you were in those final seconds of that fight.
Man, that crowd, that energy was amazing. It's one of those things that it's going to live in my memory forever. I love Abu Dhabi. I need to fight in Abu Dhabi every chance I get because the last 2 times I was here, I got to finish. So let's keep it going.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother.